Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Right, I think we can actually start. Right, so on the DXY, let me just remove this, but I don't think my analysis will change there. My bias is still the same bias that I've been talking to you guys for almost, I think, for a very long time now. This is my bias on the DXY, which is basically the dollar index, which influences like it basically shows you the overall performance of or strength of the dollar basically compared to the majority of pairs. So once you have an understanding of the roughly the how the DXY will be doing, it gives you a rough idea of mostly what most probably all the other pairs might mostly do. You understand? So how pairs now relate to the how pairs react to the DXY or move to the DXY. It's not it's not like all the time like straight away they're going to be in alignment because you find another pair lagging behind, but still the same bias will still be the same. Whereby if the DXY we're looking at a bullish bias, that those other pairs differently, obviously, differently, they will also still conform to the same bias, but in their own different ways. Since pairs, they are all different in terms of volatilities, in terms of there are so many reasons which we don't need to talk about here. So looking at the dollar index from, let me start from let me just go to the weekly. I think it's the same thing. I don't need to waste much time there on the dollar index since it's the same idea. It hasn't changed. It hasn't shifted anything there that we have been having. So yeah, we're still bullish. We're still bullish, still bullish. We changed structure there. Then now we are coming for this. That's as simple as it is. So now we are coming for that. So it hasn't reached that. So there is no major reversal that we can say, we're expecting this major reversal before this. No. The only thing there that we are anticipating is the break first. Then if it's going to do a major reversal, it will come maybe after, of which it may not get even, it might not even come all the way there. It might not even come all the way there due to the state now in which also the time frames like the monthly are looking, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, because on the monthly, we are basically actually looking forward for this high. So once we take out this minor level, basically we're looking forward to most of the pullbacks will just be around those areas there up until we attack that. So the DXY for the next coming 6 months, 7 months that are left in 2024, I'm still bullish on the dollar index. Right. So here looking at structure here, this inside structure, we basically did this change there. And let me go to the daily. On the daily, you can literally see it more nicer there because that was where we shifted and that was where we broke that structure here. And we also have this minor structure is also involved here. So now we are just coming here, but overall I'm looking forward to there. So that's basically the main analysis that I'm having. And here we've tapped this demand, of which after tapping that demand, we are now anticipating price to fly from that zone, of which I think I also have another confirmation that I have, I think around here. Yeah, this one. Right. So this one, what it did there, it's literally the confirmation that I just needed on that particular zone in order for me to know that indeed we are flying up. So this is this is basically my trade on the DXY for this week, as well as for the I can say for the entire month of June, as well as even this is my focus on the DXY. So having seen that the DXY is bullish like that, you will see that even as we go on to analyze other pairs, mostly they have to point us in the direction of sales, but differently, as I said, they don't necessarily drop all at once to say, hey, this one is dropping, this one's straight away. They all do that differently. So on the monthly, I think the last time that we did a video, was it last week? Last week I did a video on US 30, of which now, if you notice the US 30, the idea that I actually had projected, it didn't. I can say it literally obeyed in the sense that that confluence that was needed in order to buy, it didn't happen. So one thing that you always do, if ever a confluence that you're waiting for in order to buy doesn't happen, obviously he will sell because definitely the sell confluence will be there. So that's how analysis always operates. So there, uh, my target is still the same, it's still around here. My target for the sells, because here we've already shifted here on the monthly. I told you US30. If you look at US30 and NASDAQ, what they did on the monthly, I think I explained it last time. If you didn't hear me, you just go back and watch what we spoke about. So here, this is what we're looking forward to. We're looking forward for this drop to reach here. So you realize that this is for even for the next coming June, July, August, September, October, November, December. I believe by December we'll be down here. December will actually be down there. Then once we're down there, you can even continue. You can even shift, then continue buying like that. So here we have my confirmations already in line on the monthly there. It is fully confirmed. That's why I told you even last time that level, when it came back to that extreme point there, it was literally a zone for striking major cells there. You were basically supposed to enter sniper cells right there. Even without personally, when I have a solid analysis like this, the minute it touches like that, like what it did there, I immediately enter those sniper entries without even going to the lower time frame because the analysis is so solid. We are bullish here, we are bearish. I mean, it's so solid. So sometimes I don't even go there, right? So now, even if you go lower, you definitely see the level there nicely there. That's why it rejected there, which is where you could have gotten some sniper trades from there. Looking at the way our weekly candle is currently, the potential for a pullback is still there. The potential for a pullback in this region is still there. The potential is still there. I like the way it has shifted so many times. Yeah, we shifted bearish, came again here, it also shifted bearish, which is a good thing. So now our range now is still from this high to this low, of which this next weekly candle, the potential of it opening bullish to tap into this zone is there. Even if it does like this, structure will still be bearish. Structure will still be bearish. Structure will still be bearish. So because if ever we haven't taken out this low, it means this candle is still the one that is still this candle and this next candle, they'll still be considered as one thing. So this is one of the things that is still possible on the US30, that coming back to that level. Once it comes back there, you just need to make sure that you strike it big time there on that level up there. So, looking on the daily, we still have that major level up there. This level is a very strong level. The reason why it's so strong, in this case, when we did this overall shift to the downside, that overall change of color to the downside, I can even put it here, right? It literally made this high or this whole level, I can say this whole zone, a strong zone. I can even put another line just here like this. It just made this whole zone a strong zone, right? To understand that even if the market comes back and taps there, that was an automatic selling zone, right? So that was because of that. Even here, when this market was pushing all the way to the upside, there is a shift that we've done to the downside, right? By shifting strategy to the downside, I'm simply referring to something like this. I can put it there. I can put it here or even here, but let me just leave it here like this. So this, it's also making this level now a strong level of which I can put the supply area like this. So there is still potential for the market to come back here. The potential is still 100% there for this market to come back right there. Then once it comes back, it has to also shift again for those major cells, but it's actually a strong level that one. So this is basically the major bias that I'm having this week on US30. Here, what it has done here, if ever it was going to continue with cells, most likely we're just not going to take out this level here like what it had done here. So what it has done here is the same thing like what it did here. I can show you multiple examples whereby the market can even show you that reversal that you're anticipating it has actually begun. Here, this was where it began. Here, that is where it has begun. I can show you so many examples, but that's not the whole point. That's not the whole point. The whole point for this session is basically to show you what are we really anticipating. So there's also a chance here of a pullback here before the buy, right? There's also a chance of a pullback there before the buy. So those are some of the trade opportunities we're looking forward to This week on US 30, those are my main levels basically. That is a major selling level up there. That one also can also, obviously that's my main level, but around there, that's where basically I think this is actually our main level. That's actually our main level there. I will just leave it like that, that one. So yeah, if you notice here, structure never shifted. Last week, my bias was here, right? I was here, and I actually explained that if structure does something that of which I actually showed you the something that it had to do in order to buy. So my bias last week was literally something like let me show you. It was literally because here we had shifted already. It was something like, okay, so since we've shifted already, so we can still come back and drop, which was not even a wrong bias. If you now go to the 2 hour, I now say there is something that it has to do. If you go to the 2 hour time frame, it never did that thing. It not doing that thing, it literally did the other thing. So me knowing all of that, there was nothing even complicated concerning USD. I saw so many people crying on USD last week. Hey, what USD, blah blah. It's all a lack of understanding. People who trade using trend lines and whatever. Those people are at a serious risk every time. Every time when the market does whatever it does, those things, those people are. So yeah, if you look at this was my structure, this was my structure. So if ever this movement continued up until they take out that, they were simply going to come back all the way to the upside. If you notice this move that failed here, because yeah, all I wanted to see on the 2 hour, I don't know if most of you paid attention. I literally drew a zone like this last time, and I actually put it in green like this. Then I said, this is mainly so if ever this continued, and they took out this, they was basically going to come to our zone up there, but they didn't. So them failing to do that and actually giving us this bearish, that was actually a selling opportunity right here. Simple selling opportunity, doesn't even complicated. No trend lines to complicate the matter. It was a very simple. They literally shifted to be bearish here. If you go to the 1 hour, you will literally have even seen the entry earlier, even 30 minutes. I believe it was also earlier. It was around here like that. They also tapped this supply. So on the 1 hour, these are still the same zone there. So I actually was anticipating them to continue being bullish, but then them failing that to come all the way there. Even here, when we're now taking out my lows like this, these are actually signs that eventually they are failing to reach that level here when they're now doing this structure to the downside. So they came back to this same zone. That was actually a selling zone right there. Even if you sold there, if you followed structure well, even if you used 1 hour structure here, they never shifted. They never shifted. If you applied our idea of structure shift, you definitely realize that structure never shifted again all the way from that level. So that was a sell from there. Very simple trade idea from here. Your stop loss is just going to be there. If you follow structure, so immediately by them creating new lows, whatever, new lows and new highs, they you would basically supposed to shift your stop loss lower and lower and lock certain profits. So they literally continue dropping and dropping. So here we are now on this zone here. And then this zone, if you go to 2 hour in particular, we specifically have this demand level here, right? So already now on the 2 hour time frame, they've done what they failed to do last week. Last week they failed to check out that level, right? Of which now the only level that they needed to check, I believe it was literally this one. It was actually the buy there was actually valid from this zone. So someone who bought straight away from here, this was actually a simple, straightforward buy. I couldn't give the signal because I wasn't active on the chart, but I actually think I had some pending orders or whatever of buys, which is not a problem. But we're still expecting that pullback even in this region based on the 4 hour, yeah, based on the 4 hour, because the 4 hour it is actually done. So when the 2 hour shift, the 4 hour also follow suit and shift again, like what it has done there. So which is a good thing. So now our pullback is still valid. So yeah, I like how this 4 hour candle literally gave this huge range from its low to its high, because it actually gives us room. Even if the next 4 hour candle, let's say it opens bullish here and does like this. The next one, if it comes bearish, this structure is still bullish. Even if the next one comes bearish, also taps this level, we are still bullish here. That's a high, that's a low, that's a high, and this is it's low. So we'll still be bullish, still be bullish. These are my main trade ideas for the week. So you find me take you if ever we're going to give any signals tomorrow on Monday, it will literally be around here. Then along the week it will, so depending on where we're going to be also is also going to determine also our NFP trade. Most likely, if it moves well, if it moves nicely well, I don't know where we're going to be, but if we're going to be along the way here, definitely NFP might just be a push into this level. But if we are there, definitely NFP will just be drop. So US30, that's it. That's it on US30. No need to complicate anything there. Let's look at GU. GU is also still within. If you notice my structures here, I'm still having an overall sell bias. Let me just delete my everything there. My idea is also still bearish. Strong sells on GU. The good thing about GU there is that it isn't even sold that much. So that's why it still has enough room for even most of you to even enter that trade. So yeah, that was our major change of character was this one, which literally gave or made this a swing leg, a major swing leg, right? Of which we are coming to attack this one when you're looking at major swing legs, right? So obviously before it continues, it will give you a pullback. That's the nature, obviously, in which it moves, right? So we have this and this. So you can see, even here, you can see that that one is a lower high, lower than that. Swing lower high, swing lower low. We also have this swing as well, like that. If you want to put some structures like that, you can put them like this. I remember uh when I still wanted to really fully master the idea or to understand, I would put a lot of drawings, put a lot of or whatever, even write a lot of statements on my chart. It's also good. There's nothing wrong with that. Most of you, you want to you want to pretend to grow to a level where you haven't reached. You want to appear that you now know, yet you don't know as yet. So there's nothing wrong with you writing so many things on your chart here, just for you to understand what you're anticipating and what you are waiting for the market to do. So looking at the daily structure here, um, we haven't fully done what I want here. What I want here now is, so currently now, the main level here, according to the daily, the main level, uh, obviously they've done this, obviously this shift here inside here, which is good. The other main level that they must take out is this one, of which there is the chances of them taking out that level is high. So most likely our NFP will be smooth this week. It won't be complicated. The reason why I don't necessarily make NFP to say, hey, do this or do that, buy this or sell this during NFP. Most of most people, they don't necessarily know how to manage positions during NFP, whereby you find if ever it actually does like what they usually like to do, whereby they literally do a double movement whereby it's usually caused due to, if they don't change the rates, most times they can even play around with structure whereby they can go up and down, same zone, go up and down. So someone who doesn't understand trading now, if such an event like that happens, it's a risk now. So yeah, looking at this structure is still kind of bullish, right? On this zone, but the obviously the anticipation is for us to shift bearish here. So yeah, they're still playing around with structure. Let me go to the 4 hour. Let me go to the 4 hour. Right. On the 4 hour now, one thing that I like on the 4 hour is that now I have a confirmation that I have. Yeah, yes, they did this, but here they also came and did this. So what they did literally there now, they're actually giving us some room to say from here they can literally fall from here because they've also collected liquidity there. They've also tapped our supply. There's nothing else to tap there. Even if you're going to look at it from your basic retail understanding, whereby you're looking at head and shoulders, if you're going to use that idea, you're also correct because you have this, you have that head, you have that. So from there, where it is, we're actually anticipating a fall. Then boom, boom, just like that. Major sells on GBPUSD for this week. Very good. Very sweet from there. Let me go to the 2 hour, 1 hour. Let's see if ever there's anything extra, anything extra to add on to that. Anything extra to add on to that? Let me remove this. So on the 1 hour, this was literally a a sweep. That's the weak rejection that you are seeing on 4 hour. It literally appears as a sweep. So after every sweep on the lower time frame now, how do you enter such a position? You just wait for structure to shift like this. After they shift like this, just wait for them to come back on that same zone, like what they've done here. Then you strike your trades from there. So that one, it's actually a good selling zone right there where it is. That's one of the very good selling zones, right there, right? That's a very good selling zone there. That's a good selling zone. Your stop loss, you can just put it just like this, right? Your TP, you can even hold this trade for the long run. So long there are no structure shift to show you that there's a possible pullback, blah, blah, blah. This is a trade that is actually supposed to be held all the way there, right? It's a trade that is actually worth holding all the way. So what I do normally, I just can put other minor targets there. That's also another minor target along the way, this one. But majorly, there's no need for us to leave all that potential that the market will be having too. So yeah, it's actually looking sweet even from the 4 hour perspective because most of the areas there they've been tapped already. Even though here on this zone, someone can say, why is he saying we must sell? Why is it still bullish here? It takes understanding to know most of these things, to know some of these things, to even know a move before it even happens. It takes a certain level of understanding that you really need on the market. So there, you can even sell from there. Those ones who say, "Hey, I'm waiting for this market structure to shift here," that's now your own things. So here it can give you a retracement here or even slightly above here. Then they just form structure as we go and go and go and go and go. So as we go, they will basically give you bearish market structure. Obviously, it won't come in a straight line like this, but I'm just giving you a rough idea of how they will be falling. The same way they were going up here, they were maintaining bullish market structure. That was a high, that was a low, high, low, boom, 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 boom. So same thing here as will be falling. So that's it there. That's it there. So here, that's going to be our first trade for the week, I think. That's going to be one of our first trades for the week, I guess so. Right. So if ever anything's happened there, let's say potentially let's say they come even to this level, but I'm not even anticipating. I'm not expecting it though to happen for it to come around there, for it to push beyond here. But already here I have a shift already, so that's why I'm not expecting it to come up there. Even on the let me see 2 hour time frame. I believe 2 hour there's literally nothing up there. Up there, there's nothing because this one was tabbed. This one was tabbed. So there's literally nothing there. Even on the 4 hour, there's nothing. So that's why the that idea it's close to impossible for it to happen. So this is my main idea on GBPUSD this week. Those who love their trend lines so beautifully, they can even draw this. But those ones, they are basically going to wait. Mostly, they usually wait for the break now. Say, once you break out, then you jump in. Yeah, once you break out, then you jump in. So they will literally, mostly, they will basically wait for the break. Of which now the danger of just jumping in because of a break, it will break, then come back here. That's why I don't use trend lines as as entry, mainly as entry control. I know I don't use that. I don't use that. We basically use the real structure as the trend lines. Trend lines are not structure, if you didn't know. Okay. But we're not talking about that. So that's the main idea for GBPUSD. USD we're in sales already. We took sales on Friday. Was it Friday? Ah, I think so. We took these sales. We took these initial ones last week. Last week, around Monday, Tuesday, around there, we took these ones, boom, gave very good profits. And I remember as it was moving, I actually literally told people to literally lock profits, lock profits. The way you lock profits, you just lock profits by looking at the previous highs. Especially, you just protect, like let's say here we create this new low, new high, new low there. You can even protect there, new high there, new low there. You can even protect slightly above there. Then here we have this high and this low. After they broke there, you can even protect here. So that's how you protect. If you protect it like that, definitely by the time they now shift here, that's good money, of which that was also the TP target according to institutions. So this one, it has done also a very good confirmation here on the 2 hour. It has also confirmed inside there, which is a good thing. So there is no reason. We're in the trade already, so there is nothing much for me to emphasize there. It's a major sell. It's a major sell. These are just things that I was just putting just to show you how the extra confluences that were basically there on that particular trade. Um, what else is there to talk about? It's actually the main the close to close to the same idea with G with GU. So here we broke structure. This is our main structure here. We are going to be bearish like this up until we take out this major. So here we came here, and after coming there, we literally shifted bearish on the daily. We literally shifted bearish. Someone might not see here. Where is the shift? Where is the shift that he's talking about? Yeah, you won't see it up until up until you get the understanding that the shift is literally there. It is literally shifted. So I'm not even expecting it to break this level here. Not it's not even an expectation. So NFP this week is going to be sweet. Very sweet, very, very sweet. So this is the main idea. We've shifted here. Let me go to 1 hour. Let me see if ever there's. Oh, but we are in sales already, so I don't think there's anything complicated there. Let me go to 30 minute or even 15 minute to see a potential move also that can happen before the overall move. You know, before every major move, there are always those minor moves, always those minor moves that will always happen before a major move happens. So yeah, on the 15 minute, there is a potential of us even coming back here to our entry. I think our entries are up there. That's where our sell entries are. So the potential of them coming back here is there. Why? Because on the 15 minute, which is basically the minor structure, you can basically see this. You can see this here. If ever they shift, let me see here. You have this low here, also have this high. So once they break above there, they'll literally come around there. So it's this is also a potential. Then once they come there, they shift, then they shift, they shift, just like this. So once they come there, they shift, it will literally be a lower high. According to that, then here that would be a change of character there. Then they will just be flowing like this, flowing bearish up until they hit those major levels. The first major level is literally this one. So EU, that's the idea behind it. If you're not in sales, please don't just jump in sales because we said you're in sales. Wait for that lower time frame structure to also give you those those opportunities to jump in. Don't just jump in because Mr. Mike said he's in sales, so I'm also selling. No, relax. NASDAQ, NASDAQ. Let's see the weekly. So NASDAQ on the monthly, remember, as I told you that on the monthly NASDAQ, it didn't do what yesterday did, right? What yesterday did, NASDAQ didn't do, whereby yesterday literally took out the previous low there. So it didn't do that, which is not a problem, but it's also a level that I'm anticipating it to drop to. So I can just leave this level like this. Even after it drops, I'm anticipating it to drop to almost a similar zone to US 30. I can say this demand here. I'm just marking the body, which is the most important thing there. Yeah, like that. Just leave it like this. Let me just put it like this. One of the major targets that we're looking into on NASDAQ is this one. Just remove this. Um, so this is the level, the monthly level that we're anticipating us to take out. I'll just leave it like that. So here, they basically continued being bullish here. Then here. So now the thing now is on the weekly, we have this structure which is there, which is also a good structure. I can't say it's bad structure. So here, once we shift bearish here, it can literally give us those initial sales to here. Maybe next the other, I don't know, the other month or whatever, we'll get a slight pullback because remember, it won't just come down in a straight line. So this is the main idea behind NASDAQ is literally this one that I'm putting here. Right. Yeah, these are the main levels basically. So from up there, let's see if ever they literally shifted fully there. There was a low. They literally shifted nicely there. So from where it is there, we're basically anticipating sales from that whole block there, from that whole region that I drew now. basically anticipating sales. Just because I said sales, you don't just jump in like, there are other people that are so much uninformed that they just wait for you to say something, buy or sell. If they just hear you say sell, they just sell because you said sell, which is actually a very bad behavior of ignorant people. If you're ignorant, if you don't know what's happening on the charts, you basically behave like that. Right. So let me see here. So they've literally done a change of character. I can say a minor change of character because the major one is this one, right? But that minor one will give us cells up until they come to the major one. So yeah, they've literally done what I basically wanted to see. They've literally done it there. Um, right. So we shifted down, we came back up, then we shifted down again. So it was something like this. Even what you guys call double tops, they are not they are the idea behind double tops is deeper than what you even think. Too deeper than what you guys even think. You think it's just two tops that are there. No, it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. So let me see the 4 hour to see if ever there's any zone that they can potentially pull back onto. I'm seeing a certain level there where they can even come back there. Right. They can still come back there because that's the level that changed the whole dynamics of structure. So the potential of them coming there is high, is actually it's actually there. It's actually there. It's actually there. Because remember, they literally sell the literal institutions basically prefer selling from premium zones more than discount regions, especially on the initial first moves. The initial move here of the sell will be this one, whereby, okay, this one we had not yet decided. Then here they've decided. So the initial is this one. So those initial moves, they usually prefer those extreme levels before anything else. So this is the main idea there. You trade Bitcoin. I trade Bitcoin, yeah. I do, but I don't give signals of Bitcoin. I I do trade it myself, yes. I do trade Bitcoin. I do trade it here and there though, but it's not something that I do like to say, so there, it's one of the levels. I can also see a level here. So with this level, we can just leave this one here. This one is making more sense than this one. So if we're going to look for major cells, basically it will be around there. So it's almost the same idea now behind US 30. Almost a similar case scenario. Almost a similar case scenario. So NASDAQ, I'm going to be, I'll definitely dish out sell signals in the signal group. I might not necessarily give the buys, but I'll just give the sells mainly. So those are what the things that we're looking forward to this week. EU, GU, NASDAQ, US 30, gold. It's also almost the same idea, in the sense that to basically most probably pull back up there, most probably because we've shifted down. Same idea that I had, we're coming back into the same zone. So that's why I said this week NFP is so sweet. You'll see something like this, most likely, most probably. So the change of character on gold, the main one is this one. Yeah, that's basically structured. It's almost the same similar thing to what so it can do this, or now it can literally do this. Come and change first, then go up. Because the structure is still bearish. That's the thing. That's the thing. So we can even get minor sells on gold. Minor sells before the buys, before the sells, something like this. Yeah, so that's it for the new week. That's what we are expecting. You just need to align your analysis in that idea. You just need to align your setups in that perspective.